Guys, good afternoon. Good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon, my beautiful people. I love it when every time I come here. And I know we're going to be talking about life, We're going to be talking about fetching. We're going to be talking about things that make us improve ourselves, man. Let's double tap the screen. Let's get to 1K likes so that we can start with the lesson of the day. You guys can see the lesson already. Today we are taking responsibility. Rapsteak, thank you for coming through. Shumiza, thank you for coming through, guys. Really appreciate you guys. BK, I see you. Yeah, guys, thank you for coming through. Mamtolo, I see you. She's saying, what's up, troops? Guys, we are troops here. We are the Fetch Army. For those who don't know, the Fetch Army is a group of professionals that are going for promotions. We are going for everything that belongs to us. Toby Lemuloi, good afternoon. Thank you for coming through. Guys, if you're not following me, make sure that you follow. Welcome to the Fetch Army. Welcome to the family. So yeah, man, let's do what needs to be done. Let's tap the screen, get to 1K likes, and then we can start with the lesson of the day. Yeah, guys, the lesson of the day is there. You can read it in the meantime. Itu smiles. Hi. Hi, guys. I'm listening during my Swedish class, but don't want to miss the Fetch Army. Hey, Beverly. Listen both sides, Beverly. Listen this side and listen this side. Thank you for coming through. I really appreciate you guys. We close to 1K likes, then we can start with the lesson of the day. Let's double tap the screens, guys. Yeah, Zokala today. Namhlazi Zokala, guys. Today we are taking responsibility for ourselves. Today, I'm going to be a little bit harsh, but you know what? It's all love. It's all love, positive vibes only. It's because I believe in you guys. That's why I want us to have these conversations that are very important. Mainly because I believe in you guys. Yeah, hi, coach. Are you coming to the new Live in Daba? Sibu, I don't know. Sibu, let me know. I don't know about it. Where is it? When is it happening and what's happening? I don't know. I'm not sure. I know that we are working with New Leaf, but they haven't said anything to me about their Indaba, but I would love to come through. So Sibu, inbox me the details. Yeah, send me the details as well. Guys, let's start with the lesson of the day. And I want to start with a question. Okay. You guys are going to give me a yes or a no in the comments. And then we will speak about the lesson of the day. When you think about your career, right? Some of you have been working for 10 years, some 5, 6, and whatever the case is. Give me a simple yes or no. Do you feel like you have been fully applying yourself in order to grow and fetch and get the opportunities? Think about all the masterclasses that we had. Do you feel like you are fully engaged, fully involved, and fully pushing yourself to achieve big things? Sibu is saying no. Sibu, and it's okay. And it's okay, Sibu. Charmaine is saying no. And it's okay, Charmaine, right? It's okay, Charmaine. I understand, guys. Because that's what we need to speak about today. That's what we need to talk about. But in order for us to talk about it, I wanted to see how honest you guys are in terms of whether you fully applied yourself or not when it comes to your career growth. Have you fully applied yourself, right? So give me a yes or a no in the comments so that we can start with the lesson of the day. Because if you are not honest with yourself, you might as well just exit, because this thing is not going to be. No, Rapsteak is saying yes. Rapsteak, I'm glad. I'm happy. Itu smiles, no. Edward is saying no. But I'm here, but very tired. Nkosi is fine. It's fine, Nkosi. Just listen, Baba. Don't fall asleep. Christopher is saying yes. So we've got a mix of yeses and no's, And that's the basis of today's topic. We can do everything. There's Calvin. Calvin, I'm going to see you today at 5, by the way. I haven't forgotten. I'll send you the login details, right? Because, guys, at the end of the day, we can sit and blame the employer. Me is not make sure. Hey, Mamtol is not make sure. I know. Going to a meeting, I will catch you on YouTube. Cool stuff, Sibu. I'll put this on YouTube. And Sibu, inbox me the New Leaf information. Nana Lee has decided to come out of the rock. Thank you, Nana Lee, for coming through. One of our moderators, captains. Guys, follow my moderators as well. So, guys, we can sit and blame corporate, né? And we can sit and blame our managers, and we can sit and blame the workplace. But some way, guys, 50% of this is us. We need to talk about us. Yes, working on it and here on the Fetch Army as part of pursuing the goal. 100%. Show me. I feel you. I hear you. Right? So that's what we need to do, guys. We need to take responsibility. 50%, yes, it's the workplace. But guys, there's 50% that is us. And we have to ask ourselves some serious questions. And today I want to talk to you about mindset shifts. I know I said three mindset shifts. It's actually 5, right? I'm sorry about that. I'll fix it when I put it on YouTube. But we're going to be talking about 5 mindset shifts that we need to make today. And the first one, guys, is that you are selling skills and you need to sell them to the best buyer. Hi, Noma. You understand what I'm saying, guys? I need you guys to adopt this entrepreneurial mindset. You guys have skills. Companies have to buy them. The basis of your contract is that they are buying skills from you at a certain price, which is your salary. So when you are sitting in a company that is not paying you the best price for your skills, you need to make a mindset shift, because then you are the problem. So think about this. You create a product today, and your product, you set it at 6,000, smeg, kettle, whatever the story is, or batu shoes. And you keep allowing people to buy it at a lower price than it's worth. Who is the problem here? Is the problem the person who is buying, or is the problem the seller? Because you keep allowing them to negotiate you down and buy your product for cheap. So at some point you are the problem. And you can't sit and complain, right? Because let me tell you how it works. When you sit and complain, you are not defending your product. You are not going out to market and defending your product. In actual fact, you are responsible for your product being exploited. So I need you guys to make that mindset shift and ask yourself this question. Where you are right now, are they buying your products, which is your skills, at the right price? And if they are not, what have you done? Did you just sit and complain? Or did you go back and say, we need to talk? My product has become more expensive over the last couple of years, and it deserves a better price than what you guys are currently paying. So that's the mindset shift I need you guys to have. I need you guys to have this entrepreneurial mindset. So go watch all of the podcasts from entrepreneurs and people that have started businesses, and listen to how they speak about their product, because you need to adopt that. That's what you need to adopt. That's what you need to come up with. If they keep buying your product cheap, or if you keep selling your product cheap, if your product is not packaged correctly, it's constantly going to be cheap. And this goes back to what? Are you really showcasing your skills at work to the fullest degree? Right? Are you showing them magic? Are you showing them that this product is quality? And that's one thing that you need to constantly be doing. But also, are your skills improving? Right? If you've been working for 5 years, have your skills been improving for that 5 years? Have your skills been improving for that 5 years? Are you constantly working on your products to give them more quality and make them more expensive? That's the question that sits with you. It does not sit with the company. So instead of asking the question, why are these guys not paying me more, and complaining about it, you got to ask yourself, have I showcased that my product is expensive? Big mindset shift that I need from you guys today. So you are selling your skills to corporate, and they are buying them at a price. That's what your contract is saying. Siyazwana, guys. Are we hearing each other? That's the first thing I want you to do. Shift that completely. All right. I used to be a very expensive product when I was working. That's how I treated myself. I used to say to people, I'm very expensive. I mean, even today, but I'm very expensive. You won't get me at a low price. And if you're not paying the right price, I will move to somebody else who can pay that price. But you have to be honest about whether your product has been improving or not. Some people have been working for 10 years. Their skills are as stale as they were 10 years ago. And they want to sit and complain about, this is a trade-off. Constantly look at your product. That's why I'm saying, guys, go to podcasts, read as much as you can, go to YouTube, get yourself a coach, get yourself a mentor, so that your skills are constantly improving and they're constantly becoming expensive. Otherwise, all you will get is an inflationary increase year on year on year on year. And that's not going to help you, because isn't those dura manje. Things are expensive now. Okay, so that is the first one, guys. I hope she has one. Let's double tap the screen. Let's get to 5K likes if you feel like you are getting value out of this. And let's get the likes up. The second one, this one is very important, guys. The employer is not an enemy. They just have different interests. Not everybody who has different interests from you is your enemy. So a lot of people, when they wake up in the morning, already mindset yokuthini abelungu badlala ngathi. The employers bathameka karon. These guys are messing with us. So you're already hostile towards the employer. You're treating them like they're the enemy. Let me tell you what I mean when I say they just have different interests. Okay, an employer's interest, right? If I start a business, is not necessarily to employ people and build them. My interest as a business owner is to grow the company, drive revenue, is to make sure I build a legacy business. That is my job. That is what I'm here to do. All right. That does not make me the enemy because my interests are different. It does not make me the enemy. You understand what I'm saying? I don't automatically become the enemy because I've got different interests. So we can't hate each other because your interest is to grow your career so that at the end of the day, you can become an executive and take care of your family. My interest as an employer is to grow the business. So yes, at some point, our interests do come together. Because what this essentially means is the more I grow you, especially if you have the potential and you are applying yourself, is the more you're going to grow my company. But it's a byproduct. But first and foremost, me as an employer, I'm trying to grow a business. You were not there when I started this business. When I started this business, I didn't start it with you in mind. When I was joining us as Hamba, you joined us in front as we were moving. When I employed you, the company had already been in existence for 10 years. So I didn't start this company thinking of you and saying my interest is that one day I'm going to look for Mamtolo and then I'm going to employ her and then I'm going to make her grow. That is not what I'm here for. I'm here to run a business. But does that make us enemies? It does not make us enemies. I respect your interests in pursuing your career ambition. Respect mine as a business person. But that does not make us enemies at the end of the day. It does not make us enemies. Right? So that's another mindset shift. Yesterday I spoke about it and I said, some of you guys, you wake up in the morning already hostile towards the workplace because you're thinking, hey, it's the enemy. They're not the enemy. Your interests are just not the same. So that's why sometimes you will come up with something and that thing will not make sense to the employer because they are looking at growing the company in other areas. So it does not mean they are rejecting you because they think you are stupid. Your interests are not the same. So work on your interests and respect the employer for working on their interests. It's as simple as that. Right, Dumelang, Angela Zeba Mobicel, coach missed you, flu is sharp no. My flu is fine, it's gone long time ago. Thank you, Fifi. But it's okay, Mobicel Raubon. Right? Let's go to the third one, guys. Everything you do at work is for you, not your boss. Right? How can you ask our managers in a smart way to groom us? Or are they not the right people to ask? Beverly, two ways of answering your question. Number one, they are not obligated to groom you. That is not what their contract says. That's why I'm saying point number one, right? No, it's actually a video that I did earlier on where I was saying managers have their own career plans. You'll watch the video after we're done here. Managers have their own career plans because as much as you are where you are, you're trying to move up. They're trying to move up to the next level. So they've got their own, so they're not obligated. The contract does not say they're obligated to actually groom you. So sometimes they are not the right people to ask. But if you get a manager who is open-minded enough, a fetch army sort of like manager that believes in growing other people, then you are in a good space. But don't expect it. Don't expect it. It's not their obligation. So what you would rather do is find somebody outside or in a different department or whatever the case is. But if you have a manager like that, you are very lucky, right? But you are not entitled to it. It's not yours. It does not belong to you. right? So point number 3, guys, as I was saying, let's see. Fifi saying grooming is tricky because it's a personal choice. Exactly. Trust me, you are the least of their worries. You are the least of their worries. Asi, hi, welcome. You understand what I'm saying? You are the least of their worries. They've got their own career plans. Guys, a manager is also trying to become an executive. They can't hold themselves back because they have to groom you. If they have time, they'll do it. If they don't have, but their contract does not say that. It's not the contract that they signed. You understand? So that becomes very tricky. You can have a conversation and it does not need to be in a smart way. You need to be clear and direct. Hi, how are you? Listen, I'm very inspired by what you do. I was wondering if you can groom me. Just simple as that. Don't try to be tricky, right? Mine is even making his own personal PA, marks it with grooming. Exactly. Because Fifi, they're looking after their own interests. And it's a dog-eat-dog world out there. That's why you need these mindset shifts, right? So the third one is that everything you do at work is for you and not your boss. A lot of you guys wake up in the morning and you are looking for validation from your bosses 24/7, right? If you don't get that validation, now you are frustrated, you go home and then your whole day is spoiled and whatnot. Do things for you. Do projects because they teach you more skills. Do projects because they get you closer to executives. Do projects because they get you closer to your goal. Do projects because they move you forward. Do projects because they expose you to new things. Don't do projects because you want your boss to smile at you and give you a hug. Wrong mindset, wrong mentality. You need to shift it very quickly. You wake up in the morning, you go to work for you, not your boss. Right? What do you do when your boss gives direct instruction to your subordinate and skips you? Then that means they don't respect you. So you could be in the wrong workplace. You are not a tree. You need to move. Otherwise, you're going to end up getting into these petty battles. Unless if you feel like that work environment is worth it for you to stay because you are learning something. Then let them be childish and skip each other. When as long as you've got the software in front of you, the infrastructure, things that you can learn, you can grow within the company, then go ahead and do it. Go ahead and do it. But if it does bother you, it's making it difficult for you to do your work. Number one, it can be called constructive dismissal. You can take it to the CCMA because it's preventing you from doing your job properly. But that's a long battle. The easier thing for me is to just move you, not a tree, right? But isn't validation motivator of some sort, coach, cause I suffer from this? No, Fifi, it's not. Itusmal says go deep in validation. Guys, it's not. Validation is not motivation. Not all the time. Validation is not motivation, not all the time. Especially it depends on who you're trying to get validation from. If you're trying to get validation from somebody, guys, think about when it's dating, right? You are dating somebody, then you constantly seek validation from them. That means you yourself, you've got things that are missing. You are not satisfied with yourself. You're looking for satisfaction outside. So it is not motivation. Validation sometimes will not come because it interrupts the journey of that other person that you're looking for validation from. They are not there to validate you. That is not their job. They are there to give you tasks you must execute on them. So stop seeking validation from your bosses. You might not get it. If you understand where your journey is going and what you are moving towards becoming an executive director, you will become validated every time you get close to become an executive and fetching that executive position. That's all the validation that you need. But stop seeking validation from your boss. It's not a motivator. It's nice when it happens, but don't make it a very big factor in your life. Go to work, do what you need to do, learn skills. And the moment you look at your career vision board, guys, you still have your career vision boards. As soon as you look at your career vision board and say, today, out of my career vision board of getting towards an executive director position, from the project that I was in today and stuff that I've learned, I've gained 5 more skills out of the 20 skills that I need to become an executive. That is validation. You validate yourself. Never seek validation from your boss. That is not going to get you anywhere. It's nice when it happens, but it's a crutch as well. It's going to kill you because every time you don't get it, because it's either he's too busy or he's changed his mind about his career path. So now they don't want to focus on you anymore. They can see they've fallen behind. They're focusing on themselves. And there are shifts that are happening within the board position and they're chasing. They're going to stop validating you. What are you then going to do? Where is your motivation then going to come from? So please, guys, when you go there, go for yourself. Don't try to impress your bosses. Go there to impress yourself. There's a difference between, and I mean, like, guys, let's separate the two. There's a difference between delivering your work as per your job description and your contract in a way that satisfies your manager and validation. It's two different things. That one you are formally contracted to do. You signed a contract that says you're going to deliver as per what your boss is telling you. And then you deliver on that, and then they're saying, well done to you. That is not validation. That is you doing what you are contracted to do and them accepting it so that they can do their work. Validation is where you are trying to impress and trying to impress. You're looking for that smile. You're looking for that hug. You're looking for... No, too much. Too much. Don't go there. Do not go there. That validation is not always going to be there. I open on validation. Thank you. No problem at all, guys. And I don't want you guys to be, guys, in order for you to want validation from somebody, it's such a fragile state of being. You understand? It's such a fragile state of being. Okay, I'm glad you get it, Fifi, right? I'm glad you get it. Seeking validation is such a fragile state of being because that means you can't stand up for you. You are not satisfied with you. You will never be able to fetch if you're feeling like that. You will never be able to fetch. You will never make it as an executive if you're looking for validation, because when you become an executive, let me tell you something, nobody validates you. In actual fact, everybody complains about you. When you are a director, anything that happens in the company, everybody does not like you. Right? So, guys, when you wake up in the morning, go there for yourself. Make sure you deliver on your contract as per mandate. Otherwise, it's going to be called insubordination, right? Make sure you deliver as per your mandate. You signed up to have a boss. You signed up to report to somebody. Do that. But once you start getting into extra projects where you're putting your hand up and then you want to be involved in an event at work and whatnot, that is beyond your contract, that you do for you. Don't expect anybody to give you a pat on the back. Okay, guys, let's double tap the screen. We're close to 10K likes. Really appreciate you guys. Let's get to number 4. Is it safe to say seeking validation is a symptom of being a people pleaser? It is definitely a symptom of being a people pleaser. Definitely. Because you want people to be pleased. You want people to always like you. You don't want to get into conflict with people. So you don't live to your fullest potential because you are living within boundaries and barriers. Very problematic. So you are right, Noma. If skill and talent is not awarded accordingly, validation is meaningless. Thank you, PK. And PK, that goes to point number 1. You are right, PK. If your skills are not being bought at the right price, validation won't change the situation. Right? And a lot of people think the more I get validated is the more there's a chance of being promoted. No, a validation is just a hug. It does not come with anything else. It's just a hug. That's it. Right? It does not better your position. You better your own position as you learn the skills. My like count is broken. I'm sure we can do 30K, guys. Yeah, my like counter sometimes is broken. We're on 10.4 right now, according to me. I don't know what other people are seeing, right? So, guys, the 4th one. Qualifications are not more important than personal development. Guys, if you want to move up in the corporate chain and you think piling yourself up with a project management certificate from VETS, a postgrad from that, a MBA from Gibbs and that's all you focus on, it's a wrong mindset, because you can be piled up with so many qualifications and certificates and whatnot, but your personal development in terms of how you communicate, right? How you motivate people, your emotional intelligence, right? Your leadership and all of that kind of stuff, they are low. Then you won't make it to executive position. That's why in executive positions, you've got attributes and qualities. There are certain qualities about you that you need to work on. Your confidence, right? Your bravery, right? Your people pleaser syndrome, right? Standing up, being the person who fetches, right? Fearless, going for these things. That's personal development. You don't learn that in school. You learn that by working on yourself on a Saturday, in an evening, while you're chilling. Thank you, Shumi, for the roses, right? That is on you. So you need to shift this mindset of saying it's only qualifications and stuff that's going to get me up there. Change that mindset. That is not going to work. There's a lot of personal development that needs to happen within you as well, right? I watch a lot of podcasts. I watch 50 Cent a lot. And even though I don't understand 50 Cent's music, I don't understand whatever his dress code and stuff like that, I listen to him because of how confident he is. He teaches me confidence. That guy, when he speaks with conviction, completely believes in himself. Every time I watch him, it's my personal development time. Right? In my head, I become him. That's personal development. You won't get that in school. Who's going to teach you that in school? You won't get it in school. Right? So qualifications, they don't teach you some of these things. That's why you have nerds that have qualifications upon qualifications, right? But socially, dull. Workplace networking, dull. So there are certain things you need to work on yourself, you. And it's your qualities and it's your attributes, it's your personality, it's your confidence. Qualifications don't give you that. Right? That's point number 4. The last one, but before I get into the last one, guys, if you're not following me, please make sure that you are following. We are the Fetch Army. If you don't know us, we're a group of professionals. We meet every day at 2 o'clock for career development masterclasses. We come up with practical solutions on how to grow our careers. We don't say it and pray and manifest about things, right? We come up with practical solutions like you see here. Right? And then if you missed any of the masterclasses like this one, guys, go on to YouTube. And then make sure that you go to Career Emporium and you catch up on the previous ones. Thank you so much for following Quali. Guys, if you're not following, make sure that you're following. And in the meantime, guys, let's double tap the screen. Okay. Rona, we will only take personal development serious if analytic degree. And that's the thing, right? Guys, you constantly improve yourself. When I told people that I became an executive at age 35 with an undergrad degree that I got in 2006, they never believed it. They said, no, Sbu, maybe there's an MBA somewhere here. Maybe there's an MBA somewhere here. Maybe there's a PhD somewhere. I was like, no. In a stain coffee, even my degree has a coffee stain. That's how old it is. Hi, Batobile. Thank you for coming through, our queen moderator, right? It even has a stain. Coffee. That's how old my degree is. And in between that, I never got another honors. I never got another PhD. Age 35, I was an executive because there was something about my attitude. There was something about my qualities that just drew people to me. I knew how to run a team. I knew how to do big things. You get what I'm saying? So yes, I did get 2-3 certificates in between, like my life coaching stuff and what. But that was later in life when I was getting out of corporate anyway. Thank you, Batobile. Really appreciate it. So piling yourself up with qualifications, guys. Certificate over certificate, degree over degree. No. Personal development is also very important. You need to work on that, right? A degree only helps you get your foot in the door. The rest is personal development. Thank you, Edward. Hustling is personal development. A degree is a minimum requirement. Guys, do you understand what the word minimum means? It's a minimum requirement. The reason why they do interviews is because they want to see if you are more than your degree. Right? Basically saying is we're stuck in this junior position because we focus on paper, not the real. Exactly, Fifi. That is the problem, right? So some of you guys are so educated, but your personalities are so dull even at work. It's like we can't even find you. Nobody knows who you are. Nobody even know you've got big qualifications because your networking is not there, right? Your confidence is not there. Those things you can't learn them from school. So guys, personal development is as important. I'm not saying don't get your PhD. I like that. Are you more than your degree? Exactly. That's what they want to see, Shumi. When we do interviews, when I employ people, I'm saying I'm happy with the piece of paper that you've submitted. Are you more than this piece of paper? That's why, guys, when I help you with your LinkedIn profiles, a lot of you guys on your LinkedIn, you depend too much on the education section and the experience section. Your about section is your interview on your LinkedIn profile. That's why I always say, guys, write it out so that it sells you, so that it shows you are more than the paper, you are more than the degree. And that's what people are looking for, right? So be more than the degree. So focus on both, right? Guys, the last one. right? I believe in qualifications. They get you a ticket to big tables. Exactly, they do. And BK, once you are sitting in the table, now the degree doesn't matter anymore. Now you need to open your mouth and you need to talk and you need to have conversations and you need to show you've got qualities and attributes of a director. That's where a lot of people fall flat. I always tell this story, guys. I had people with PhDs and master's degrees reporting to me with my undergrad. I'm telling you personal experience when I was a director. Masters and undergrads reporting, and PhDs reporting to me. That's because they were good for the operational stuff, but the qualities and attributes to lead people and influence people and get people to become excited and get people to follow them, they didn't have it. That's what a director does. That's what a director does. Right? Thank you, Shumi. So that's why we need to think beyond the paper. So 100%, I'm not saying, guys, leave your qualifications. Paper is good, have it. But if paper is all you have, whew, we've got a problem. And now the paper is easy to obtain, AI, Chat GPT and all of those things. You know, guys, the CEO of LinkedIn said personal attributes are going to start beating qualifications. And I see it happening slowly. As corporate guys and small businesses, I'm telling you, we are looking for people that will take our businesses to the next level. So your paper, yeah, it will bring you to an interview. We will sit down with you. But if you open up your mouth in that interview and all you depend on is when I was studying, then we have a problem. Because I'm thinking to myself, are people going to follow you? Are people going to believe in you? Are people going to respect you? Because I'm trying to push you as a director, right? So that is very important. No plagiarism is a serious offense in academia, and I'm telling you, plagiarism is rife now. A lot of modules we did are not even relevant to the real world. Edward, they are not. I was telling somebody that I look at my degree and I'm like, what the heck is even this? Everything they told me in my degree when I got into corporate, I was like, it's a lie. You know, but topic for another day. You know, I mean, we can all get the degree, but what makes you different is what you bring. Exactly, guys. A directorship position, I'm telling you, personal attributes are going to bear out qualifications. They are. Giddy, they are. I'm telling you, they are. Right now, we're looking for personality, guys. If you know me or you've been in my lives, you understand my personality. Guys, my personality got me to where I needed to be. I only needed one piece of paper from 2006, and it was a BCom degree. It was enough minimum requirement. I did not need to get more than that. My personality is what I shaped, is what I worked on in my leadership. That got me to become an executive at age 35, right? Obviously, my thought leadership, my writing skills, it's part of it, right? My public speaking skills, it's part of it, right? That's what got me there, right? What about ethics? Ethics, very important as well, right? Because ethics and integrity are personal attributes as well. When Calvin, they are personal attributes. So ethics, integrity, empathy, trustworthiness, all of that, guys, it's your personal development, right? But it's not the personal development like you are learning. So, for example, when when Calvin is talking about ethics, we're not talking about ethics like textbook ethics. We're talking about personal attribute ethics. So you need to work on both, guys. But please don't pile yourself up with certificate. Maybe there should be a course that assists with confidence and socializing because it's hard at work. Ntabi, you don't even need a course. Ntabi, you need to consume the right content. You need to be around the right people. That is all you need. Ntabi. I promise you guys, if you network with the right stuff. I used to hang out with the most confident people, the most confident directors. There's this one guy, Julius. I still follow him on Facebook. He was the most confident guy, and I was like, I want to be him. And he was only a year older than me. Already a director. I became a director at 35. Man, this guy became a director at 30. So those are the people I used to hang around with and challenge myself, right? Almost 20K. Yes, almost 20K, guys. Let's double tap the screen. Okay. Guys, the last one I want to talk about is, guys, yes, surrounding yourself with the right people is very important. Oh, yes, influence plays a big role in our personal attribute. It does, Giddy. It's very important. Very, very important, right? Guys, the fifth one is that no one owes you anything. Guys, can we discuss this one? Are you owed a raise? No. Are you owed a promotion? No. Are you owed a directorship position? I'm sorry, but no. These things are not owed to you. That's why we call it the fetch army. These are things that you go and fetch. You fetch them. They are not owed to you. 5 is my all-time favorite. I'm telling you, show me it's my favorite. Once I got around this one, my life became easy. Easy. Thank you, Kwena, for the follow. Thank you, Puseleto, for the follow. Guys, please follow if you're not following so that you can be part of the Fetch Army. We're a group of professionals that are fetching promotions. We are fetching everything that belongs to us. So, guys, these are things that you fetch. This makes me rethink my life. Norma, today I did say it's a mindset shift. So, with the fact that you are rethinking your life, that means your mindset is changing. Guys, nobody owes you these things. These things, you don't get them by default. Big mistake that people make when they start working. I'm going to work, and at some point, this company is going to give me an increase. And some point, they're going to give me a promotion. And if I work there long enough, I'm going to become a director. No. Wrong. Does not work like that. That's why when you work on your skills, you work on your personal attributes, you work on growing yourself, you work on your thought leadership, you work on your public speaking, and then you go and fetch those things and you say to people, this is me. This is what I represent. This is my value. And then you motivate that, give me these things, give me this promotion, give me this, right? Because I've got, go check my article on careeremporium.co.za, guys, by the way, about how to initiate job promotion talks. And then you will see there's work that you do. There's work that you do. This is when individuals think they are entitled. I'm telling you, nobody owes you anything. If you can't accept this, you can't be part of the Fetch Army. Promotions don't happen automatically. Coach, I'm just ready to book a session now, playing myself. Fifi, I did say today's session is going to be the toughest one because you're going to have to dig deep. I did say that. I did. And that's what I'm talking about. That's what. No, Shumi agrees, Shumi agrees that it's wrong, this mentality of saying things will come to you, right? So that's what she's saying. I mean, this is her favorite one, right? True, work on yourself and move some places like call centers. You will wait forever. You will wait until. Yes, Shumi's agreeing. Sorry, I think there was a miscommunication there. But Shumi's agreeing. It's positive vibes only here, right? So, guys, those things are not going to come to you. Whatever they told you before, that you work and you work and you work and then you get promoted, right? And maybe it's because we never had these conversations with our parents, right? So we never really understood how our parents just became successful and whatnot. We were kids. We were just looking at them go up, up, up. They never had an opportunity to sit down with us and say, hey, I had to fetch. We just had this picture. Oh, when I started, my father was a teacher, and then at some point, he became a school principal, and at some point, so we think it's natural progression. Wrong. You fetch those things. Thank you for coming through. D, thank you for coming through, right? And I hope you're following. Follow so that you can join the Fetch Army. Follow so that you can be one of our troops, guys. Follow so that you can be part of the Fetch Army. This is how we speak in the Fetch Army, guys. We deal with reality. So, guys, there's no natural progression. The only place where there's natural progression is age. Where from age 4, you become age 5, then age 6. That's the only natural progression. When it comes to getting promotions and getting increases, guys, people are competing with you every day. And that's the thing that you need to understand. Every day there's somebody who's competing with you and they're getting these things. And where now you're saying, no, it's because they're sleeping with this one. It's because they... Let me tell you something. Be careful. Be careful. You might be sitting around and waiting for things to happen. Applying only 15% of your potential because you're hoping to get lucky. Guys, with the Fetch Army, we don't hope. We fetch. So, guys, nobody owes you anything. That promotion that you think is owed to you, it's not. Oh, I just finished my PhD. They owe me it. No, they don't. That PhD you did for you with your own money. It has nothing to do with me as your employer or as the company. That is your problem. Show me you more than your paper. Everything links here. Show me your personal development. Show me your thought leadership. Show me your networking. Show me you can bring new stakeholders. Show me you can do meetings independently. Then come back and then let's talk. You come with this piece of paper, but every time you're sitting in your desk, nobody even knows who you are. You just disappear there. I'm sorry. Oh, normally what happens is that I know a friend of mine who's been with this company for 6 years and then they got a promotion. So if I stay here for 6 years, I'm going to get a promotion. Did you ask your friend what they had to do to get that promotion? They were probably busy on LinkedIn, and LinkedIn got them to get speaking gigs somewhere. And they were speaking in conferences, right? And they were growing, and they started being respected by other people. Thank you, Christopher, right? And big things started happening for them, and that's how they started moving up. A lot of people are like, people who know my story, they think one day I woke up and at age 35 I became an executive. I take them back to things. I take them to pictures of conferences. I take them to projects that I squeeze myself in uninvited so that I can be able to network with the right executive. When I show them these things, they're like, man, you've been pushing. I self-published a book in 2008 that speaks about my sector. I didn't even sell it. I sold 3 copies. I gave it away so that my name could be out there. It's not my job who told me to write the book. It's not my manager who told me to write the book. It's not TV that told me to write the book. It was Spoo's time. I knew I needed to do something drastic in order for something to happen. It was a badly written book. Add to that. Guys, it was a badly written book. But I wrote it. And people will always remember me as a guy who wrote a book. You understand? There are things that you do. I spoke at conferences. Sometimes I would even fight because I know in that same conference Vusite Mwayo is speaking. I need to be in the speakers panel. They're telling me the speakers panel is full. Listen, I would beg on the side, and I said, I need to be in the same lineup with this guy. My boss was not doing it for me. I'm telling you, I was working for a company at that time, and this conference was for the company. First of all, they invited somebody else. I had to convince that person that, no, man, this is not the right gig for you. Let me take it. It's competition, right? My boss was not fighting for me. They were not fighting for me to get in with Vusi. I didn't go to them and complain and say, yeah, there's a conference happening. Me too, I also want to go. I didn't do that. I made my own moves. That is how you get to the next level. These things are not owed to you. Nobody owes you anything. When you work for me, we have a contract. What's binding between me and you is a contract. If I do anything extra for you, like I buy you a USB because it's your birthday and whatnot, I'm doing those things because I'm just nice. But go read the contract that you have with me. It does not say, the only thing that contract says is that I owe you a safe environment as per the Labor Relations Act, right? And then I owe you the salary that I promised you at the date where I'm supposed to pay you. So I owe you a good work environment and your money. The rest of the stuff, I do not owe you. I will give it to you because I'm nice. Wow, I'm encouraged by your attitude, Claire. Thank you, Prudence. Prudence, it's all about attitude. And Prudence, this is number 4 that I'm speaking about. I didn't wake up in the morning as this guy. I observed the world. I looked at corporate and I said, Sbu, you need to do big moves here. Your personality needs to pop out. I didn't know how to write on LinkedIn. Who do you think taught me? Do you think my employer said, oh, today we're teaching people how to write on LinkedIn? I had to fumble my way through. And it got me a lot of gigs. When I went for TV interviews, right? When I went for TV interviews and radio interviews, I went there not because my boss or marketing said, please, we've got a guy by the name of Sbu. I was writing stuff on LinkedIn. The editors and the TV producers were finding my content and they would invite me. Please come speak about this subject. I was doing these interviews wearing the brand name of the companies that I worked for. And the interviews with JJ Tabanet Newsroom Africa, I had to go to the studio at 11 o'clock at night because his segment was 11 to 12. They didn't pay me extra for it, right? Point number 3, I didn't do it for my boss. I did it for me. So I didn't seek that validation. Sometimes I would walk in and all of them have missed the show. Because 11 o'clock when they decided it's too late, they're going to sleep, even though they promised to watch. I don't care about that. I don't sit and give them grief. Validate me. I'm validated. I'm the one who sat with Dr. JJ Taban. You understand? I had to make those moves. I never came back and said the interview was at night, so you guys owe me what do you call it? Overtime. None of that. It was for me. Because I knew the more people see me on TV. Because guys, once you get on a TV interview, you know everybody's gonna want you for an executive position. Nobody's gonna come as Oknyatsa and tell you, no, administrator. That's not gonna happen anymore. You've really elevated yourself. So no, none of that was owed to me. Had I done nothing, I wouldn't have gotten those things. I've got people that I started working with. They are still in middle management today, because they made 0 moves. So who are we, guys? We are the Fetch Army. What do we do as the Fetch Army? We fetch. We don't sit around. We don't wait for things to come to us. We don't feel owed. And we understand that. Guys, go read your contracts again. I'm encouraging you again. Go check what your employer owes you and what they don't owe you. Yes, guys, let's double tap. We're close to 30K likes. If you're learning something, double tap. If you're not learning something, don't tap. Right? But if you're learning, you're finding this valuable, please double tap. Thank you, Sbu. A lady of big moves. I fetch work. Thank you, Karabo. Karabo, that's what we need. Karabo, that's what we need. We need to fetch these things, guys. But it requires a big mindset shift. And that's what I'm giving you guys. 5. I know I wrote 3 there. Sorry, guys. But it's 5, right? We fetch and do what? And do not wait for... I'm telling you. And we don't do ordinary stuff. We don't do ordinary stuff. I'm starting what now? What did I do? Oh, sorry. The tapping is for Nanali. They said I must not tell people to tap because Nanali's department. Askis Nanali. I'm going to keep quiet. Right? Now, because this life deserves 500K likes. Hey, Noms, you know what? If we could get 500K, we would. But Nanali said I must not talk about likes anymore. It's her department, right? So, guys, let's run through them again one more time. I hope you guys have heard me. Guys, we need to do something extraordinary. And guys, Konamanji, it's even worse because the workplace is competitive. Right now, the workplace is competitive. If you get invited for an interview, or to work somewhere, guys, understand they expect the highest level of a human being. I'm not talking about a professional only. I'm talking about the high level of a human being. Confident, mover, shaker, trailblazer. That's what we're looking for now. That's what we're looking for now, right? Whenever I have projects, sometimes I use contractors for my projects. Guys, my standards are high. If you're going to come to me and then answer the question the way I've been answering my interview questions 10 years ago, I'm sorry. I am so sorry. So I want you guys to make the moves. Thank you, PK. I want you guys to make the move. I said, stop saying there was not, sorry. Nanali, I'm officially not, I'm zipping my mouth. It's your department, Askis. I'm zipping my mouth. Okay. So guys, do tap. I don't want to blackmail people into tapping. 30K likes, we're done. So guys, let me run through these again. Number 1, you are selling your skills and you need to sell them to the best buyer. Guys, if you are with a company that's not paying you enough to be an extraordinary person, it's time for you to move. But also, I need you guys to go evaluate your skills. Do you feel like your skills are expensive enough? Or do you have this entitlement, Yoguti, they must pay you more because they are paying somebody else more? Go evaluate and say, if you were to employ yourself, would you say you are an expensive commodity? Would you say you are a rare commodity? Right? That's number 1. Number 2, thank you. I need to move. Time to move. Let's go, Smarty Pants. Let's go. Some names here. Number 2, the employer is not an enemy. They just have different interests, right? Guys, like I said, your interest is to become an executive director. Your employer's interest is to grow the company. Your interests are not the same. That's why they don't have time to sit the whole day listening to you whining. Thanks, I'm very expensive. I need to move. Thank you, Lady D. If you're expensive, go where they can purchase your skills at the right price. Right? But guys, please, can I just clarify this? Don't resign from your work and stay at home. and then wait for somebody who's going to pay you for your skills. Please don't do that, right? Go check the article on careeremporium.co.za that says how to exit your toxic work environment strategically or properly. I forgot what the headline is. That shows you how you make moves while you're still working. I don't want you guys to get in the position where you sit at home, because it's going to be difficult to get back into the job market. Employers like employing people who are employed. We like poaching, right? Anyway, that's what I wanted to say. The employer is not the enemy, like I said. Your interest is to grow as a director and feed your family. Their interest is to grow the company and feed their family. That's why they don't have time to sit around and whine about you talking about who does not like you and all of that. They are not your husband. They are not your wife. They are not your mother. They are not your father. But that does not mean you are enemies. It just means your interests are not the same. But they are not your enemy. You can't wake up in the morning hostile towards the workplace because they don't hug you. They don't high five you. They don't have to do that. They are not your family. All right. I won't lie. Public sector have the best benefit. If I would work to such, never again, I would apply. Okay, Pilani, I can see. Yeah, I mean, I get what you're saying, right? Because you get your housing and all of that and whatnot, right? So the public sector conversation for me is always very difficult because I know people are saying the benefits are good. I don't know. Me, I want to live to my fullest potential, man. Benefits or no benefits, but that's just me, so I'm not bashing anybody. We ain't gonna quit. We'll move at the time. Yes, you understand what I'm saying? You'll move when the time is right. Don't mess around and sit at home and make your kids hungry now, right? So, like I said, your employer is not your mother, is not your father, is not your husband. Your interests are different, but it does not mean you guys are enemies. It just means focus more on your interests and let them focus on their interests. They gave you a contract. The contract that you signed, you said it's fair. So they think, as far as they are concerned, everything is fair. The rest of the stuff, please get it somewhere else, right? Grow yourself. Number 3, everything you do at work, we agree on it, is for you and is not for your boss. Make money. Yes, public sector work, make one grow dumb. Smarty pants. I didn't want to say it like that, but it does stifle your thinking. But you know what? We're not, with the Fetch Army, we like everybody. We like everybody from public sector and whatnot. I'm just saying, me personally, guys, I prefer to live a fulfilling life, right? And get everything, I've been there. I know Smarty Pants. I've got family who are there. And it's one of those things. We learn every day here. I'm grateful, no problem at all. I'm so happy, Kitty, right? So do everything for you. Don't do it for your boss. We all agreed on this one. Number 4, personal development, guys, is important. Go improve your skills. Go improve your thinking. Go improve your personality, right? So you understand. And then the last one is that nobody owes you anything, Karabo. Nobody owes you anything, right? Nobody owes you anything. So you need to remember that, guys. That's the masterclass for today, man. I did say it's going to be a tough one because we're all going to have to dig deep inside ourselves and have honest conversations with ourselves, right? This is one of those masterclasses where you think you've been applying yourself and you're only finding out today, right? You're only finding out today, Hori. You've been applying yourself 20% and you thought it was 80%. And today you're like, what's going on? So guys, if you need me to assist you with any of this and we work on your career development and your career map, please go to careeremporium.co.za and then go book your session for a LinkedIn, go book your session for your career development. And then, let's do all of that. I was in therapy. If you need therapy, I am a life coach, guys, as well. Come through. We can speak about that as well. Right? You get what I'm saying? Sometimes we are the problem. Most of the time, 50% of the time, we are the problem. Unless if it's things like gender-based violence, or you've been murdered, you've been assaulted. There are certain things where it's just not your fault. There, I will not say those situations can be 50-50, but I'm just saying, no, coach, this session felt like a therapy. Okay, Fifi, I get you. I've got more. If you book one-on-one, Fifi, I've got more because now we're going to get deep into this. Right. So guys, careeremporium.co.za, please go there, book your LinkedIn session, $199. Shout out to everybody who booked. We had 3 more bookings today. And then if you want to do your career coaching session, it's $450. It's 1 hour session. We can sit, we can draw up your plan, we can get you to to move, right? Get into the next level, change your mindset. Okay. Go to YouTube, look for Career Emporium. All of the masterclasses are there. Even this one, I'm going to dump it there. So if you need to go to therapy, if you need to revisit the therapy, Fifi, the therapy will be on YouTube. You can go and listen to it there. And then, guys, LinkedIn. Go look for Career Emporium on LinkedIn. Follow the page. That's where the all of the thing is there. I need to book my business session in June. Yes, Zintle, come through, guys. Zintle is a very wonderful person. Follow Zintle as well. Digital marketer. I met with her in a group of powerful women. Don't see her commenting here. She's her in a group are like proper people. Never again struggle. Secure private sector, you can end anytime. Never again a struggle. Okay, you guys are just going on about the public sector thing. I don't want to entertain it too much because I don't want people to think I'm taking sides here, So, yes, go to LinkedIn and then go to Twitter. And then go to Instagram. We've got a small Instagram there as well. I was catching up on YouTube. Now I'm always present. 100%. I'm happy, So, guys, we're going to close it off. If you're not following me, make sure that you are following me so that you can formally be part of the Fetch Army. And we would like to welcome all of the newcomers. Fetch Army is a group of professionals that are also fetching big things. Oh, yes, and also join the WhatsApp group, guys. If you struggle to join the WhatsApp group, please make sure that you inbox me. Okay, guys. Follow the train, okay? Cherio has started the train. Hashtag Fetch Army. Norma has started the train. Everybody started the train. So, guys, please put hashtag Fetch Army in the comments while I give you guys shout outs. When you put hashtag Fetch Army in the comments, that means you are committing to doing all of these changes that we've spoken about, right? So, yes, guys, let's do it. Please put hashtag Fetch Army in the comments. Then I'm going to give everybody shout outs. Today, we've got 70 shout outs. Woo! This is going to take forever, but I get through all of the shout outs. I don't care. Shumi, thank you for coming through. I really appreciate you. Shumi is one of our captains, and thank you for the gifts. Christopher, thank you for the gifts. One of our captains as well. Our moderators as well. Thank you for coming through. Nana Lee, the queen captain, she climbed out of her rock and came to the live today. My friend, I really appreciate you. Thank you for coming through. Faith from Red Shark Security, I really appreciate you. Thank you for coming through. Thank you for the gifts. Batobile, thank you for the gifts. Queen moderator, these lives are nothing without you, our lieutenant. Gidi, thank you for the gift and thank you for coming through. Thank you for engaging. I really appreciate you. On Point, thank you for coming through. Thank you for engaging. Mamtolo, I see you. Calvin, I will see you at 5 o'clock today for your session. Shula, I see you. Lebza, I see you. Rakari Liseho, my friend, I see you. Nontaganipo, I see you. Edward, my boy, I see you. Asi, you are within. Thank you for coming through. Simutoana, I see you. Makabisha, I see you. Prudence Baloi, proud of you, Prudence. You're going to do big things. Vincenzo, I see you. PG, I see you. Kwanzaa Zion, I see you. Zendi K, I see you. TK, I see you. Mpo M Projects, my friend, I see you. Koketo, I see you. Joshua, I see you. D, I see you. Keshas, I see you. Rami, I see you. Rapsteak, check my email. We need to book your session. Give me a date. 060 Kura, I see you. Tandogas, I see you. Itu Smiles, my friend. Thank you for engaging. I see you. Mnigelo, I see you. Z, I see you. Chario, thank you for starting the hashtag Fetch Army Train. I see you. Kasiankos, I see you. Lady D, I see you. Zintle, I see you. Zanele, I see you. User 994. Please get a profile picture in the name so that I can give you a proper shout out. Chairman, I see you. Chifewa, I see you. Tobila, I see you. Lumia, I see you. Hot Mami, some names are interesting here. I see you. And Nede Naibo, I see you. Okti, Captain, I see you. Thank you. We've booked your session. Will you let me know if anything changes? Mponyana, I see you. Purposeful Narrative, I see you. Mbali, I see you. Stabi, I see you. Milani, I see you. Tulani, I see you. Fifi Dramatic, the Kim Kardashian of the Fetch Army, I see you. Sibu, I see you. Please send me the details of the New Leaf event, right? And then we'll speak about the other stuff. Camille Adam, I see you. Dendi, I see you. Norma, I see you. Sasu, I see you. User 95, please get a profile picture and the name so that I can give you a proper shout out. And then I see girl, period. I see you. Guys, thank you for coming through. I really appreciate all of you. And remember, wherever you go, you guys are the Fetch Army. Sharp, sharp. See you tomorrow, 2 o'clock for another masterclass.